There is an invisible wall in a lot of fiction, and most writers never notice they built it. It's made of small, ordinary words. Felt, saw, heard, noticed, realized, wondered, thought, watched. These are called filter words. A filter word stands between your reader and the moment, instead of delivering the moment directly. It announces that a perception happened, rather than handing the reader the experience itself. And here's the key point. This is not just a first-person problem. I felt the cold, she felt the cold, he noticed the cold. All three route the reader through an act of perceiving before they ever reach the cold itself. Cut the routing, and the reader lands directly in the cold. So what do these words actually cost you? The first cost is double telling. A filter word plus the real detail tells the reader the same thing twice. I heard footsteps behind me spends a whole clause proving that hearing happened before the footsteps ever arrive. Footsteps behind me delivers the same information once and faster. The second cost is flattened immediacy. The moment your scene starts, the reader is already living inside your character's perception. Restating I saw, I felt, or she noticed doesn't add clarity. It adds distance. It reminds the reader they are getting a report of an experience, instead of the experience itself. Now, the goal is not a manuscript with 0 filter words in it. Some earn their place. Most don't. Here are 5 techniques to catch the difference. Technique 1. Delete the word and let the detail stand alone. Before, I noticed the clock on the wall had stopped. After, the clock on the wall had stopped. Technique 2. Convert perception into physical reaction. When the filter word is doing emotional work, a physical reaction can carry the same feeling. Before, I felt my stomach drop when the phone rang. After, my stomach dropped when the phone rang. Technique 3. Trust your point of view. If the story is anchored inside a character's head, the reader already assumes every detail is something that character perceives. Before, I saw the nurse's face and I knew the news wasn't good. After, the nurse's face said the news wasn't good before she opened her mouth. Technique 4. Show the effect, not the noticing. Instead of naming that something was perceived, show what that perception does in the scene. Before, I heard someone crying in the next room. After, someone was crying in the next room, the sound bleeding through the wall. Technique 5. Save filter words for genuine uncertainty. This is the legitimate use. When a character's perception is itself in question, the filter word carries real information. Take this line. I thought I saw him flinch, but I couldn't be sure. Keep it exactly as written. The uncertainty is the whole point, and the filter word is what creates it. Now, filter words cost different genres different amounts. Horror and suspense take the biggest hit. Dread depends on immediacy. A filtered sentence gives the reader half a second of safe distance, right when the scene needs them defenseless. Cut these ruthlessly inside a scare. Literary fiction is the one place filtering can earn sustained, deliberate use. With an unreliable or dissociated narrator, the shaky grip on perception is part of the character. There, the filtering is the technique, not a habit to fix. Mystery and thriller writing loses momentum fast. When a detective's deductions are filtered through noticed and realized, they read weaker than direct observation. Strip the filters, and investigative scenes read sharper. Romance loses the most in its most important scenes. I felt his hand on mine keeps the reader outside, an intimate moment that depends on the reader feeling it too. His hand closed over mine does the job the genre actually needs. So how do you catch these in your own draft? Try this diagnostic exercise. Take 1 page. First, highlight every instance of felt, saw, heard, noticed, realized, watched, wondered, thought, knew, and seemed. Second, for each one, read the sentence with the filter word deleted. Third, if the sentence still stands and still makes sense, cut the filter word for good. Fourth, keep only the ones doing real work, carrying genuine uncertainty the scene needs. Fifth, reread the page, and notice whether the scene feels closer than it did before. Most of the time, it will. Because when you take down that invisible wall, the reader stops watching your story from a distance. They step inside it.